Pleasant Street Apartments provides permanent housing for formerly homeless veterans in 32 fully subsidized, fully furnished studio units. We opened the building on June 1st of 2013 with all of our referrals coming from the Veterans Administration, and most of the veterans, if not all of the veterans, that were referred here and obtained permanent housing were staying either in veteran shelters, transitional programs, or at the domiciliaries at the Edith Noss Medical Center in Bedford, Massachusetts.
I was based out of Worcester with the Veterans Incorporated. I stayed at the shelter for a couple of months. Then I was sent to transitional living.
We recognized, as many, that the problem of homelessness among veterans was really something that needed to be addressed. And it was really to take advantage of creating true apartments, true permanent housing, but then also the necessary services to allow someone to feel the independence of living in their own apartment, but not alone.
I understand I have issues, and you have to have issues in order to be placed here.
As a result of divorce, car accident, and cancer, I am now a resident at 62 Pleasant Street in Beverly, Mass.
I spoke to a few people and they said that I was in a sensitive enough position that I could use the hand up that Beverly would provide, and I'm the lucky winner. I like it here.
Pleasant Street Apartments was developed using resources from the federal government, the state, local communities, private investors, and grant funding. It was a true collaboration of public and private enterprises which provided enough funding to renovate a historic building and create a solid foundation of staff and support services that would last indefinitely for veterans at Pleasant Street Apartments.
After residing here, I discovered that the facility was designed to help veterans overcome obstacles. Specifically, what the facility has done was to furnish each unit: bed, table and chairs, pots, pans, glasses, silverware, all of the necessities for a furnished unit was present. I have discovered that it is the philosophy of both Peabody Properties and management to commit themselves to helping the building's occupants to overcome all obstacles in order to achieve independence again.
Peabody Properties developed the community reintegration and wraparound services model in order to anchor the homeless veteran into permanent supportive housing. The core of the model is our resident. Each veteran carries with them a separate set of circumstances that brought them to Pleasant Street. The first ring of support is our site staff, our management team, and that is a dual role of a property manager who also does resident service coordination. Then there's a maintenance staff and also a live-in responder.
My role here at the Pleasant Street Apartments as the resident responder is to be available to the residents after hours to be able to respond to an emergency or a maintenance problem and deal with that appropriately.
The second ring of support is really one of the most crucial components. It's provided by the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, and they provide a full-time clinical licensed social worker who is the case manager for each veteran.
The VASH social worker's role is to partner with the veteran to assist them to identify and work on their treatment goals. Their individual treatment goals depends on each veteran, depending upon what their needs are. First most is the housing stability, to work with them to make sure that they always have a roof over their head. Secondly, they could work on other goals such as mental health stability, substance abuse, financial independence, getting back into the workforce, going back to school. There's a variety of different needs and interests that each veteran has that we work with them. The second thing is also to educate the veteran and make sure that they understand of all the different services both in the community and through the VA, that they can feel connected to the community, but also work on each one of those goals that they have.
The third ring of support is providing community partnerships. We do this within the inner city of Beverly through contacting the municipal offices. We have a great relationship with the mayor's office, the fire department, the police department, city councilor, Parks and Rec, Beverly Bootstraps, the YMCA, Beverly Resources Group, North Beverly Elementary School, Classic Cuts Hair Salon, the VFW, and the Veteran Service Officer.
So the state of Massachusetts requires every city and town to have a veteran service officer, somebody there who is the voice for the veteran and to help them with everything from VA claims to housing to medical to education. Do we have some people that require much more care? Yes. Are there people that I am aware of that are under the age of 65 that will probably never be able to find work? Yes, but that's where the VSO's role comes in strongest point. And that's our goal, is get them something, get them integrated back into the workforce, give them a purpose, because without a purpose, I was in the same boat. I got out, I didn't know what to do. I spent 3 months wandering around. I was lucky enough to have a place to sleep. And then I just got tired. I was like, I don't care what I'm going to do. I just started working at a job I really didn't like. I went from a staff NCO to, $8 an hour, but I did something to get myself back on track. That's where the VSO's strongest ally is we know the game, we know what's coming. The veterans here get quicker care, better care. Both organizations are not wastefully spending money. The VSOs are usually engaged in all aspects of things going on in the city, either parades, ceremonies, you name it, there's something going on that we have a part of. One of the things to get the guys out and just have them do something is they started flagging the cemeteries. One of our cemeteries has over 3,000 veterans buried in it. It's a lot of flags to put up for Memorial Day, so the guys went out there and they started putting up the flags. They had a good time. Then the mayor and the city officials realized that the veterans that they have in their city aren't a drain on resources, they actually become a help.
Balancing out the outer community support in order to help our veterans be successful, we've partnered with the Red Sox, James Taylor, the Home Depot, State Senator, State Rep, North Shore Career Center, Endicott College, and one of the most instrumental in making our veterans feel at peace and giving them a place where they can heal and just feel loved is the Strongwater Farms Equestrian Center.
Strongwater Farm was established back in 1997. We are a therapeutic horseback riding facility. The different populations that we serve are emotional, behavioral, physical, and cognitive impaired individuals. Some of the benefits that come from equine therapies are a sense of freedom. So if you think of individuals that might arrive here in wheelchairs, they can then put those wheelchairs aside, get up on a horse, and go out riding on a trail ride, learn riding skills in the arena. So some of the reasons why it's so beneficial to especially our veteran population is they're coming back, for example, Afghanistan or Iraq, and they're trying to get back into a social environment. So coming here to Strongwater provides that freedom of environment, the freedom of unconditional acceptance here, and that's what we find most of our veterans are looking for when they come here. What better opportunity could we do than to offer the environment, the ride, the grooming, the hands-on, the trust and relationship building out here that we do on a day-to-day basis. But let's add to that and incorporate a meal on the table. The meal on the table representing nobody should be homeless, nobody should ever be without a meal, especially our veteran population.
When I first got here, the first horse, Luca, I won't ride another horse. I just thank God I came, that's all. It's a great place.
This model has shown tremendous success in stabilizing our homeless veterans.
We see the need and we see that this is a good fit for many veterans that never thought that they'd be able to live in their own apartments. And we're looking to grow and take this model into other places.
This has been the most beneficial to me because you have the privacy of independent living, but if you need the structure it's built in. It gets me to open up and be more receptive to all the good vibes that are going on here. It's a good beginning.
This is a second chance in life for me. This has allowed me to stand on my own 2 feet and become independent again. And I know that's what this is about. That's what you guys represent. Giving an individual a second chance to stand on their own and become independent again. And again, thank you. Thank you to Peabody Properties. And this is an opportunity that I will not waste.